So, real financial planning is actually very boring. I hate to disappoint people, but it's not all about leveraging your grandma's house to buy call options in GameStop or AMC. And you're probably not going to be the next crypto millionaire because of some random coin that somebody in his mom's basement came up with. Real financial planning is all about consistency, about patience, and about really truly hard work for the majority of Americans. Now, you will always have the people that hit it big on some business or maybe even a crypto or some individual stocks, but for probably, I would say, 95% of Americans, financial planning and reaching that millionaire status is pretty boring, unfortunately. So I've come up with three reasons on why I believe real financial planning is actually boring. And number one is no secret, it is time. Time is everything when it comes to your investments. Compound interest is a cheat code when it comes to investing for the long term to reaching that seven figure 401k or investment portfolio mark. Compound interest is interest on top of interest, and it doesn't really take effect until you reach, the 7 to 10 year mark. Your investments normally double every 7 to 10 years based on a 7 to 12% return, give or take, and you really don't start seeing the effect of interest and compound interest until you reach that $100,000 mark. Charlie Munger is one of his favorite saying is the first 100,000 is the hardest, and after that it's kind of all downhill. But time is everything when it comes to your investments, and not just stocks or bonds, real estate, any kind of asset like that. Just takes time. You have to be patient when you're growing your financial portfolio, and financial planning is all about time. So, the second reason that real financial planning is actually boring is the fact that most Americans and investors actually lose money buying and selling individual stocks. This hurts my heart as a wannabe stock trader since I was 18 years old. How much time I've spent on research and worry and risk that I've exposed my funds to when I could have just been buying, the total stock market index or mutual funds on a weekly basis. Something like 98% of hedge fund managers don't meet the SPY, the S&P 500 performance every year, and they get paid millions of dollars for that. So it's another reason real financial planning is actually boring, because you don't have the excitement of buying Nvidia or Tesla or anything like that. You're just buying the SPY on a weekly basis, dollar cost averaging, and you're going to outperform most money managers, which is pretty impressive, but it's also boring at the same time. So the third reason real financial planning is boring is probably the worst, and that is sticking to a budget and living within your means. So we live in a I want it now, I deserve it because I work for it type mentality generation, and that is probably the worst for financial planning. Uh, we all think we deserve a $400,000, $500,000 home and an $80,000 vehicle and $300 shoes, when for the majority of Americans, they need to delay that satisfaction to put money aside for not only retirement, but for just down the road. We have to change our mindset to be thinking about 10 to 30 years down the road and really want that compound interest growth. And interest doesn't mean anything if you don't save money. So just remember to stick to a budget, make sacrifices in your life. And I'm not talking about not do things with your family, go on vacation or anything like that, but just don't go out to eat every night. You don't have to have that $80,000 vehicle that's going to depreciate $30,000 in 2 years. And do you really need that $500,000 home right now? Can it wait a few years? So I encourage everyone to stash as much money away into investments as they can. They won't regret it 10, 15 years down the road when they see that seven figure investment account balance out there for sure. To summarize, I don't want people to get frustrated when they look at their financial statement or net worth on a monthly basis and get frustrated on the fact that it hasn't grown and they feel like it's hopeless. Really just look back at these 3 points. Number one is time. Financial planning it takes patience. Compound interest does not occur without the time, the years it takes to really get those investments growing. Number two, don't do anything crazy. If you see your net worth not growing, just focus on growing your income. Save more money if you can. I know that's tough in this economy, but don't do anything crazy. Just because you see Nvidia stock up 100%, don't go leverage your grandma's house to buy some call options in that bad boy. Remember, just invest in the overall market. Dollar cost average, very boring, but it's proven to work. And number three, live within your means. Stick to a good financial budget. Delay the satisfaction of the new truck, the new house, the new shoes, and really just try to look toward the future. Because one day you'll be able to pull up your investment account or 401k and see that seven-figure account balance, and it'll all be worth it, I assure you. So I appreciate you watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Remember, I love finance. I'm not trying to make this a huge channel. This is just a hobby of mine. Instead of playing PlayStation, I want to make a couple finance vids every month. All right, so I appreciate it.